Now we've got to transfer those lines, those marks up on the wall. Here's my little swivel out bracket assembly that's going to be bolted up against the wall. You've got to look at that on the directions, make sure you know what the top and bottom is. And I know this is the bottom, and I can flip that over. You can see there's screw holes here, one there, and one up here. And that's how this is going to be bolted up to the wall. Right along the stud, right in the middle of the stud. Okay? So I look at this and I know the bottom is 69 3/8, so I just hold my tape measure. What did I say it was? Let's see here. 69 3/8, I guess it was. I can hold this to the bottom, 69 3/8. I just want to know where that next mark is. So it looks like it's up. Actually, I can read the tape at 69 3/8 and then go up to 70 1/4, 70 1/4, or I could measure this up from 69 3/8 up to 7/8. I could mark the next two holes, or I could just have the bottom here. I can hold that up and mark it, but I want this to go nice and level, nice and plumb up against the wall too. So I mean, there's different ways you can do it, you know, but the main thing is we're going to bolt this right up to the center of that stud. We got to find the center of the stud too, so we're not done with our measurements yet. I went ahead and marked this and all that, but I'm just going to kind of go through the motions with you. I went to 69 3/8 and I put myself a mark there. Then I had to figure out about where the center of that stud was, and I came over and put a mark there. And then I had to start probing with some nails, and that's what these two little nail marks were, you know. And I didn't want to make that too close to where the hole was, so I just started tapping in here to make sure I could hit the stud. And I wanted to make sure once I hit the stud, I went over at a little bit of an angle this way, and then I started over here and went that way, so I could know about where the edge of the outside edge of the stud is here and over there. Because the last thing I want is if I put the nail straight in, if I hit the stud, okay, there's the stud, no problem. Well, you've got to make sure you drill your holes in the center of that stud. You don't want to be on the edge of a stud and then put a mark up there and say, oh, that's fine, the stud's 1.5 inches wide. What's the problem? You got to find the middle. You need to find the middle of the stud. And that's what I did. And I put a mark down there, and I came up from the bottom, and well, first I put the mark. And then I got my level up here, and I ran that. I wanted to make sure I was going up nice and plumb, and I put a pencil mark on there and all that. And I put a pencil line there. And I also had to measure the bracket because I didn't want the pencil line to go up above the bracket, because that wouldn't show, you know, that would show on the wall when I got all done. Then I transferred my whole pattern up there and did all that. I got a scratch all like this. I put it right in the middle there, tapped on there to get my little marks, and I drilled holes there. You have to, before you drill those holes, see, those holes are for these lag bolts. Got a lag bolt that goes in there, and you've got to do a pilot hole in there first. So I just looked at the directions and got the corresponding drill bit size that I needed, and then I drilled that, because the last thing you want is to get a drill bit, you know, you think you know which one it is, you put one too big in there, you drill all 3 of your holes, and now these, once you put these in, they spin or something. Or, I mean, I'd rather have a smaller hole first and try one. If it's too hard, take it out, do another pilot hole, but, you know, with the same pilot hole, but a bigger drill bit. But I didn't do that this time because I read the directions, looked at there and it told me which drill bit size to use, so that's what I did. And now we're ready for the next step. Before I take my bracket up there, got that drilled. I just wanted to put this in here. I wanted to make sure it was right. So I got my ratchet set, and I got to go through the sheetrock, and it almost seems like they put 2 layers of sheetrock here or something, because it was thicker than 1/2 inch. Usually your sheetrock is either 1/2 inch or 5/8 on the wall, and this might have been 2 layers for some reason. But anyways, the bolts are very long, and so I'm just going to get a hole. Get this down in there all the way. Just so when I get ready to hold the bracket up there, these bolts are going to go in nice and easy. Okay? Gotta have a ratchet set for this. You don't need a real expensive ratchet set, just a cheapo one. You do that on all your holes. That way it's going to go in nice and easy. Make sure you don't want to hit a knot or something and mess with it as you're trying to hold the bracket up there and the bracket slides and scratches your wall and all that. You know what I mean? Okay. Have I showed you something so far that you don't think you can do? You can do this. Come on. I know you can do this. You just follow these steps. I don't want you being afraid of your project. You've never done this before, that's okay. I think you still can do it. If you don't think you can do it, you can get a friend over to look at the video and show it to him, and he can help you. All kinds of things you can do to do your project. I don't want you spending an arm and a leg to pay somebody to come over here and put this TV up for you, because you know what? Once you put up one TV, you're going to say, oh, I want to do that down in the den. I want to do that in the spare bedroom, in the family room, whatever. Most people have more than one TV, and nowadays people are putting them up on the walls. If you can do one, you can do all of them. All right, here's the bracket. Make sure you put it about the right way, and gotta be careful with this because I don't want to scratch up the wall. I can put this in and kind of get it started because I've already kind of preset those. Okay, so hold that up there. I'm doing this project by myself. If you have somebody to help you, that'll be good too. They can watch you, you can watch them. Between the two of you, hopefully you don't screw up. I'm not going to tighten those yet. I'm going to kind of get them started. I'm going to get all these 3 up here. I had all these holes lined up pretty straight, and I'm going to take my level and kind of look at it a little bit. But if you get it, and if it's not 100% perfect on being level, plumb means level but straight up and down. So if I say plumb, you'll know what that means from now on. this should be pretty close to level. But before I tighten it down, I'm just going to kind of hold my level up here and take a look at it. And it looks like the top, this top edge needs to go over, or the bottom needs to go that way a little bit. So let's see if I got a little bit of a slop here. Yeah, I got a little bit. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of push that over as much as I can. I want to try to not get my grubbies all over the wall, but if I do, I can wipe that off. Okay, now I can tighten this up. Pull that one over. Okay, now I can do the middle one. You want these snug. You don't want to go so far and say the tighter the better. Because trust me, you go too tight on these, you could actually snap and twist the head right off of a lag bolt. I didn't know it was possible until I did it one day. And you do that, and there's not much you can do about putting another bolt in, you know what I mean? You just want it snug. Okay? Now, I check that with the level and see what's up with that. That's right on. Beautiful. Now, if yours is not perfectly level, let's say it's off a little bit, don't fret. You don't have to have that bracket 100% plumb, because once we install the TV on here and it hangs, this bracket assembly, we can adjust it. There's adjustments. There'll be adjustments. I got to look at that. There's an adjustment that you can swivel it and you can line the TV up exactly level. Did you know that? So that's how it's going to work. You see, the actual center of the TV is right here. Okay? But you can pull it, you know, this swivels out like this, you can pull it out like that. You can have the center of the TV over here if you want. Way over here, you can tilt that at an angle and have your TV kind of coming out this way. So there's lots of things you can do with this bracket assembly. You can slide it over there like that. Whatever. Lots of different options, you know. So if your stud doesn't line up for the TV to be exactly in the center of the room, hey, fine. Slide this over like that, and the center of the TV is here. You want it moved over a little bit further? No problem. Flip that around like that. Now the TV is over here. You see, just by swiveling this around. Or you can pull it out like that if you want the TV angled this way. So there's lots of different things. And this head here can swivel too. So your TV can, instead of being straight up and down, it can be kind of tilted out at a slight angle. So I'm liking this bracket. Now, you don't have to have a mounting bracket like this. You don't see that at the store. They've got different styles, okay? So I'm just talking about this one, but you get something else, and if I'm not showing you exactly how your bracket is, you can still go through all the steps that I'm going through and get your project done. You, yes you, can do it yourself.